Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, this is AlphaOmegaSin, and I'm here to present a new video game pickups video. Now, I know it wasn't that long ago, but guess what? Just so happened to have a whole bunch of thrift store finds. Now, I noticed a lot of people, they do, like, you know, stuff that they picked up at thrift stores and everything, and I went down to my local one to go and pick up a shelf. That was my entire purpose of going down there, but naturally I have to go and look around at everything else. Didn't find a shelf at all. They had, like, jack shit for shelves and everything, so I was just like, I'll go and buy all this other stuff because it was a really good price. As a matter of fact, it's all still in the bags and everything, so yeah. Might as well go with the main ticket item. That just so happens to be right here. An entire bag of Game Boy stuff. Now, it was 20 bucks for all of this, and I couldn't really pass it up. So let's try to open it, except for they tied this super tight, so I'm just ripping the bag open. Is a ton of stuff. The first thing of actual note is the two main Game Boy systems. Game Boy number 1, Game Boy number 2. Big fat Game Boys, they're gigantic and eat lots of batteries. And somebody named Perone owned both of these. The name is on the bottom if you can see that there. Well, all I can say is thank you, Perone. And both of them, I mean, they've got some scratches on them and everything, but that's to be expected. Most people just had these jammed into their pockets. Let's see if there's batteries in either of them. That one has 2 batteries in it. This one also has 2 batteries in it. Luckily, there's no battery leaking or anything like that, so nothing to deal with there. But yeah, anybody who is around, like, during the late 80s, early 90s, you had one of these. That's all there was to it. It was fucking Game Boy. It was like, how could you not want one of them? I haven't had an original Game Boy in years and years. And I've seen them periodically, especially like some of my other friends who have video games and whatnot and other gamers on YouTube. And I was always like, sad face. I want a big fat Game Boy to eat up all the batteries too with the green screen. I want a green screen. So, yeah, now I have 2. Not too shabby. I haven't gone to test them out yet because obviously I just opened up the bag, but yeah, I mean, they look like they're in working order. There isn't, like, any shaking parts or anything, so huzzah for that. I'll place those over there. You, get over there beside that one. Now hang out together. Hooray! Now, another cool thing was this came with a link cable. Now, link cables are essential if you're going to play anything that's, like, 2-player at all, but yeah, link cable. Huzzah for that. That is definitely very, very cool stuff. That makes me happy. So, I had a link cable just like for a very short amount of time when I was younger and then lost it almost immediately. So I was solely dependent on my friends whenever I wanted to go and play anything 2-player because they were the ones who had the link cable at that point. Now, place all that down there. Manuals, inserts, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Kind of funny because there's LJN right there. Look at it. Little shit rainbow. What's at the end of that rainbow? Not a pot of gold. Pretty sure leprechauns were just dumping their ass inside a kettle and decided that's what you get. Let's see. Let's see what this one is. This looks like it is a fold-out poster. LJN's Power Lineup coming soon. Beetlejuice, Roger Rabbit, Pictionary, The Punisher. What the hell is that? Oh, NFL Football, NBA All-Star Challenge, WrestleMania Challenge, Back to the Future 2 and 3, Nightmare on Elm Street, and the X-Men game. Oh, and Spider-Man for Game Boy. So, get to see all that stuff there. It's not too bad, though, just seeing something like this. I mean, it is very nostalgic, despite the fact that it is from one of the shittiest game companies from gaming's past, but it's still kind of amusing. It has a wicked badass picture of the Punisher there, so I can dig that. I heart the Punisher. If anybody ever reads the Punisher Max series, that's really good. Figure I'd just toss it out there. Let's see what the first manual is. And it's for Final Fantasy Legend. Now, I thought this was pretty damn cool, to be honest. I was just like, hey. And the thing is about the older manuals is they put so much work into them. That's one of the reasons why I like them. Let's see. We do not recommend these parties. Mutants, monsters. Oh, that's just kind of rude. Why would you say that? Poor mutants and monsters not being loved. No wonder the X-Men banded together to go and kick the shit out of a bunch of stuff and they hate humans. But yeah, I thought this was pretty neat that essentially I got like all the manuals for all the games that are in here. Yeah, reading the map: tower, town, castle, mountains, cave, ocean, river, bridge, and forest. So it just tells you exactly what it is if you couldn't decipher what it was just from being able to look at it visually. Using the crystals, equipping characters, status, and subscreen. A whole bunch of stuff in here. I haven't looked at a Game Boy manual, like a regular Game Boy manual, in years, so this is kind of neat. The need to improve, earn gold, new weapons and armor, aka get stronger and fuck up bigger monsters. It's good stuff. And Square's old logo on the back. There it is. But still, pretty cool. Glad I have it. I'm honestly glad whenever I have any manuals. Let's see, got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Fall of the Foot Clan manual. Oh, got all the turtles on the back. And by the way, fuck Michael Bay. Fuck him right in the keister. Right in the bummy hole. In the brown eye. Got a manual for Super Mario Land. Radar Mission. Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle. Quirk, which is kind of... I like this a lot, but I always love the ads on the back. Okay, so check out the two serious face dudes. They're just like serious business. They're just like in making out distance right now, holding up their wireless Nintendo controllers. Go head-to-head wireless with the Nintendo Double Player wireless head-to-head system from Acclaim. But the thing is, number one, you're never going to be taken seriously in any competitive match whatsoever, no matter if it's sports or gaming, if you are wearing a sweater with a little turtleneck underneath. I'm sorry, that shit just doesn't fly. Oh, and this dude, he has his is striped underneath. So yeah. But oh, and this is for Quirk, by the way, if you were wondering. Granted, I'm talking all about this, but it's just kind of funny. And it definitely looks like he's flipping the bird. I think that's kind of amusing. Yeah, Quirk. You look like a fucking tomato. Ooh, here we go. WWF Superstars has Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, and the Ultimate Warrior. I remember playing the game for Nintendo, which coincidentally it is being advertised on the back, if you can see past the little fold there. But yeah, it's pretty amusing. It's a really shitty game. I prefer the arcade game a whole lot, so yeah, go away. Ah, Castlevania Adventure. Amazing, because it's like, awesome Castlevania game. And the thing is, this manual is so super fucking thin. It's all in black and white. I do like this page, though. Some pretty frightful dudes. That's what it really says. I fucking love the 90s for shit like this. Let's see. Big Eye, Madman, the She-Worm. Where's the male worm? In your pants. Undermole, Primary Evil. Evil Armor, Zelda. Yeah, here, just have a look. It's all the monsters and shit that pop up in the game. It's pretty neat seeing stuff like that, though. Castlevania Adventure, and they made that little HD version, I think, on the Virtual Console. Definitely gotta get that at some point. Regular ass baseball. So it should be just called, just like move baseball title down, just like regular ass baseball. If you just want baseball, no bullshit attached. Just get regular ass baseball. It's regular ass. Ninja Boy. Obviously he's a ninja. What else could he be? Except for that hairdo. His eyebrows go way, way too fucking high. They're like up and over his headband. Poor little guy. Shave those bitches down. DuckTales from Capcom. That makes me very pleased. Love the NES version. To be honest, never played the Game Boy one. Tetris, because who the fuck owns a Game Boy and doesn't own Tetris? Which is just silly. Ah, Play Action Football. I don't really care about football, so... Motocross Maniacs from Ultra Games, aka Konami. And there they are, being Motocross Maniacs. They don't look very maniacal, they're just regular ass dudes on bikes. Ah, Gremlins 2, The New Batch, the video game. That's a long title. Gremlins 2, The New Batch, the video game from Sunsoft. So yeah, there's that. And Gizmo's on the back being all cute. I really wish I had a Gizmo. NFL Football from Konami, and a broken helmet. Apparently that dude got absolutely fucked. They were like, alright, scrimmage, oh fuck, oh, destroyed. Poor little guy. Paperboy. Heart Paperboy. So very much. Ah, Mickey's Dangerous Chase from Capcom. They always did really good licensed stuff back in the day. Bubble Bobble. That makes me happy. I like Bubble Bobble a lot. From Taito. Double Dragon, because having a beat 'em up on the go is where it's at. And it's the first Double Dragon, too. Bases loaded. I don't care. What's this? Oh. Power Mission! It has a submarine, so maybe it's a submarine game? Not too sure. Looks like there's a code on the back. BYRBY. I can't tell what the last one is, but I'm assuming it's another R. I have no clue. See? Little code on the back. And another Tetris, because there's 2 copies of it. So, the thing is, after seeing all the manuals, you essentially know exactly what I've got. Except for I didn't have the manual for this one, and that's Final Fantasy Legend 2. Now, the Final Fantasy Legend games, I just never got a chance to really get into because I was busy playing all my console stuff, so it's kind of nice to be able to have this. Honestly, I have no experience with this game at all, so I can't really give an opinion on it. But it is Final Fantasy on the go. Hooray for that. That definitely is good stuff. So, yeah. Hope it's not too bad. If anybody's just wondering, like, gee, what's the game like? I don't want to have to go get a Game Boy. Just remember, emulators. Just emulators. Emulators everywhere. And there is that play-action football. And you saw my enthusiasm whenever I had the manual. Same enthusiasm while I'm holding a game. Hang on. I just don't care about that stuff. The only one I really like is Tecmo Bowl, Mutant League Football, and NFL Blitz. Those are the only ones I really give a shit about. Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle. Many of you may already be familiarized with this game, just based purely off the fact that Angry Video Game Nerd did a review for it, though his was for the NES version. This is a Game Boy version. So, yeah. I don't know. I didn't think it was, like, that awful of a game, to be honest. I thought it was amusing, at best. I don't know. I remember playing on Nintendo a whole bunch. I never played the Game Boy version, but still. Pretty glad I have it. Regular ass tennis. You know, if you want to play tennis, just get regular ass tennis. This is like that no bullshit stuff. Oh, hey, and this is an official head-to-head video game. And it's kind of cool because, here, I'll take the plastic off so it's a tad bit easier to read if I can somehow get the game out. Really cool because you can see Mario up on the side right here. There he is, calling the game. He's just like, fuck, you know, I'd much rather just be going and getting me some Princess Peach Poontang, but I'm here judging a tennis game. It's like a work release program, I guess. Bubble Bobble, another game that I played only on Nintendo, never got to play the Game Boy adaptation of it, so I'm hoping that it holds up to the NES version, because I really like the game, and if any of you have ever played Bubble Bobble, then you already know what to expect. Really fun little game. And they're damn cute. And yes, there's bubbles everywhere. Bases loaded. It's baseball. That's really about it. It's baseball. Hooray! I know jack shit about bases loaded. I do apologize. Paperboy. This I did have on Game Boy, and I did think that the Game Boy version was pretty good and pretty faithful to the original. Paperboy essentially is always the same thing. You're a paperboy, and you throw papers and avoid all the crazy bullshit that's out there. And if you get bored, look up Mega 64 Paperboy. That video is funny as shit because they literally like reenact all the different things that show up as hazards and stuff. Even a fucking like little RC car. That made me so happy. So very happy. The Motocross Maniacs game, again, made by Ultra Games. I really wish that Konami would have kept the Ultra Games thing around because I just really liked it because, you know, Konami's already a badass company, but Ultra, yeah. As for Motocross Maniacs, I never even heard of the game, so I obviously never played it, but yeah, I'm assuming it's Motocross. Wonder if it's anything like Excite Bike. Maybe. Who knows? Oh, what do we got here? Double motherfucking Dragon? I think so. Double Dragon is just awesome. I'm a really big beat-em-up fan. Always have been, always will be. Just another one, two-player games. It really helps that there's a link cable, to be honest, because a lot of these games have all the little head-to-head things so everybody can play. So, yeah, really nifty. The only thing that I don't like about this is they have, like, the little green outline on it. Like, why would you do that? You cut off so much of the picture with that. That's so silly. But, yeah, Double Dragon, Bimmy and Jimmy, and you go and kick the living shit out of a whole bunch of other gangs that want to go and fuck you up. That's always the same thing. Gremlins 2. I've seen the Gremlins movies, never played the game though. I didn't play it on Nintendo, didn't play it on Game Boy, so I have absolutely no clue what I'm going to be getting myself into. It could be a really good game, it could be just an absolute miserable pile of shit. I have absolutely no clue. If it turns out to be a miserable pile of shit, then oh well, I just won't ever play it again, but yeah. And it's kind of funny because remember the Perone name I was telling you about? It's on every single one of these little cases here. So somebody's going to be cleaning up all the cases. Because I'm not Perone, damn it! I'm AlphaOmegaSin! Speaking of Perone, his name popped up again. But it's Super Mario Land, and the Super Mario Land games are absolutely fucking awesome. I really wish that whenever they did that Super Mario 25th Anniversary collection and everything, that they would have included these. I think that they deserve a lot more love. Hell, I would like to see them just brought back with better graphics, kind of like the Mario All-Stars games. They were really fun for their time, and it was just really cool because they were so different. It was also made by a different team and everything whenever they made them, but it was really, really awesome. I still remember playing those games, and I had some of the old Nintendo Power magazines and just reading some of the comics and stuff, and damn, Nostalgia City! And this isn't part of Nostalgia City. It's Radar Mission. I know nothing about it. It's so depressing whenever it's like, do a pickups video. Do you know anything about the games? Not this one. So yeah, Radar Mission. Yeah, I see a submarine. That's what I see. And it's got a gigantic crosshair on it, so it means like something's gonna be shooting at that ship over there. So it's like, oh shit, you're gonna get fucked up. You better turn your boat. You didn't turn fast. Oh, you sunk. You sunk. You stunk. You fucking funky fuck. I have no clue where I was going with that. That really doesn't matter. DuckTales. Okay, DuckTales on NES is the shit. The Game Boy version, haven't gotten to try it. I am looking forward to this. This is actually one of the games that I was like, oh boy! So I'm hoping this one is just as good, because Heart and DuckTales quite a bit. Still need to get the second one, but that shit is rare. So rare, it really is. But seriously, Capcom, if you start doing games like DuckTales and Chippendale Rescue Rangers again, and just like stuff like that, I'll be so happy. They did. They were just like king shit of, you know, any licensed properties. Just, damn, just going and popping them out. It was absolutely awesome. Speaking of awesome, Castlevania Adventure. So yes, it's Castlevania Adventure on the Game Boy. I actually played this. I did like it. I never beat it. It's pretty hard. A lot of old school Castlevania games are really hard, but that's kind of to be expected until they went the entire route of, you know, through Symphony of Night where they made it like an RPG. Then it was a matter of get really strong, get sweet gear, and absolutely just like face rape everything that runs in your path. And it's like, ha ha ha, level 99, bitch, what are you gonna do? Nothing. That's what you're gonna do, nothing. We got Tetris. There's really not much to explain with Tetris here. It's Tetris. It has blocks. You have to go and fit all the blocks and everything, and, you know, that's it. It also has really awesome music. One of the best soundtracks fucking ever. And this also came with the Game Boy originally whenever it came out. I always thought that they should have just packed in Super Mario Land by comparison, but you got Tetris, which isn't too bad, and everybody had it. Just everybody. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Heroes in a Half Shell, Follow the Foot Clan. Never played it, which is saying something because I was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fucking freak, but I never had this game. Something was amiss. But no, I never got my hands on this game. I do like the fact that the art for it, let me go and pop this out here. The art for it is like the old school comics, which I like the art on there a lot. I don't know how well you can see that, but maybe that's a little bit better. Yeah, I like the art style of the old comics. But yeah, it's made by Konami, so I have some faith in this, at the very least. So here's hoping it'll be good. Ooh, getting down to the last of the wire. I'll just take out all 4 of these games and toss this motherfucking bag to the side. Get out of here, bitch! Nobody wants you. Another copy of Tetris. I already talked about it. Quirk, the dude that looks like a fucking retarded tomato. I have no clue what the hell this game is. He looks like an asshole, though. And here's exactly why. Okay, I'm going to explain why I think Quirk might be a dick. Alright, so there's Quirk. And in his wake, he is leaving behind a really wrecked city, and it looks like he's just flipping it off. Like, he just demolished the shit out of the city. It's like, fuck you! So yeah, Quirk, he might be a douchebag. Might be kind of douchey. Not too sure. I could just be jumping to conclusions, but still, yeah. So this is one of the main games that made me want to buy this entire bag, and that is Final Fantasy Legend. Definitely recommend this game. You know, if you can't find it, please get a ROM emulator or anything like that. Just definitely give this game a shot. And lastly, I have Ninja Boy here. Ninja Boy essentially is like, you just get thrown into stage after stage after stage, and you just wander around real awkwardly and kick the living shit out of stuff, unlike the Super Nintendo version, which is a lot more like an RPG with random battles and stuff. But yeah, it's kind of amusing, kind of. You got little bonus stages too, but yeah, not too terribly bad. My friend Gordon got me into this series, so Gordon, thank you. Now, that's not all, folks. There is more. This I couldn't pass on because, ironically, I don't have one. Not anymore. I used to. A front-loading Nintendo. Goodness gracious. It was $8. Now, I have all the wires and everything for it, and it has a game in it. I kind of forgot about that. Bases Loaded 2, the second season. So, yeah, I have that. Hooray! And I had Bases Loaded on Game Boy. But yeah, everything looks like it's in pretty decent shape. Like, has no shaky parts. So I was just like, hell, why not? I have all the wires, the hookups, controllers, and everything for it. So buying a console by itself with just $8 just needs a little bit of elbow grease because it is kind of dirty here and there on it. But yeah, it's not in bad condition whatsoever. I'm pretty happy with that purchase. Pretty happy. What else we got in here? Ooh. Got ourselves a controller and a bag. Gets thrown to the side like that other bitch bag. So controller for it. Yay. Got a controller for it. And sorry, I got all the stuff like sitting around my chair right now. And I found this. I'd never heard of the game, but I just saw a Super Nintendo box and was like, But it's called Wild Snake. And the thing that caught my eye is by the creator of Tetris. So I was just like, interesting. And checked out on the back. Didn't look too bad. Kind of wish that they wouldn't have marked the back of it with a fucking Sharpie, but, you know, shit happens. And the game is complete. That much I did check out. Let's try to get all that stuff out here. So, got the manual, got the game. Has the little dust cover on it and everything. Got a little card that you can go and send in. Spectrum Holobyte. I never even heard of that company. Hey, and we have a little poster here. Let's see what the poster is. See if it's some badass stuff. Check out these other fantastic games. Oh boy. Oh boy. So one of them is Star Trek: The Next Generation. Then Wordtris, which is, I guess, like Scrabble meets Tetris, so they bump uglies and just make a very messed up looking child. Soldiers of Fortune, and that looks ridiculous. Never played it. Breakthrough, which definitely looks like more Tetris style stuff. In the back here, wow. None of this stuff really looks fun, except for this game right here. Spike McFang. If anybody knows anything about that game, definitely comment down below. But yeah. And there goes the Spike McFang game I was mentioning. Let's see if I can get that in there. So, Spike McFang, pretty good stuff. The screenshots don't look all that bad, though. Really doesn't. Yeah, everything else kind of looks ass. It's just like, I'm alright. I don't really need all that bullshit. So, yeah. But that's everything that I got from the thrift store. I ended up dropping 30 bones on all this. So, you know, I got the 2 Game Boys here, which I had set to the side previously. So I got the 2 Game Boys. I got a Nintendo, got a box Super Nintendo game, and a link cable for the Game Boy, and a whole fuck ton of Game Boy games, and all of them have their manuals and everything. So that's kind of nifty stuff, and that makes me pretty happy. So yeah, not too shabby. So I guess this is the conclusion for Video Game Pickups, Episode 11, the Thrift Store Edition. So, yay for that. Makes me pretty happy to be able to come home after this, and it is sweltering fucking hot, people. It is. Like, I walked my ass home, and I was just like, I'll do a video. So, yeah, that was pretty much it. So, anyway, this is AlphaOmegaSin, as always. Me. Nerds, nerdettes, and gamers, game the fuck on. So, did you like all those pickups that I got? Aw. I think that he did, quite a bit. Also helps that I gave him cat treats as soon as I got home, so that made him super happy. If anybody's wondering, it's my cat Loki, so yeah. The Norse god of mischief. Yeah, he's pretty cool stuff. Wanna say hi to everybody? You wanna do that? Yes? No? Maybe? Maybe? I don't know. He's purring a bunch though, so at least he's in a good mood. Good kitty. Good kitty.